And this is something I've cooked up earlier. This is just a thumbnail I've made for one of the videos we've basically created yesterday on the fly, and these are the hair props in action. So this is what we've already been doing. We can now make these characters posable in DAZ Studio. We can give them different outfits, we can give them different hair colors and stuff. And this here, I was just playing around with this. I thought I'd show you this because I thought you're going to get a kick out of it. Rod uses this all the time. In fact, Rod has introduced me to this exciting thing called the Liquify Tool. So this is not what the Synty character, the woman, looked like. He pretty much looks like it, like I've rendered him out, but this is actually what she looked like. So this is her regular expression. And what I've been able to do with the Liquify tool is this. I was able to raise an eyebrow, made the eyes a little bit bigger, and gave her a smile. And I think that is just so cool. Original and after Liquify, which is kind of exciting. And I thought I'd just quickly show you this because this is just so cool. Other apps have this Liquify tool as well. Clip Studio Paint has just implemented it. Painter has it. I think the latest version of Painter 2022 has that kind of has more variation on that, but of course Photoshop was kind of the golden boy in introducing that. So I'm just going to go make myself a duplicate of the layer in case I ruin something, and we'll go and have a look at this Liquify tool. It's very cool. Has a warp brush, right, that does that. It's just so cool. So I think you can use a smart object here. I could have done that. Maybe I'll just go smart object. It doesn't really matter in our case, but so cool. It has, Photoshop now has this thing called the facial recognition. If these were human faces or proper human renders, it would detect what the face is, and you can make the eyes smile or the mouth smile. You can change the nose and stuff. Just with the slider, you don't have to do this with the brush anymore. It's crazy stuff. So filter Liquify. I love just using these things and saying, hey, this is actually fairly easy to do in 2D, but it's difficult to do in a 3D render. So in a 3D render, I'd have to rig this eyebrow now to move it. So this is that tool that I'm using. And this is the one that just moves pixels around. So you just left click and drag and carefully push it into position until, you know, and when you're ready. Very cool. So this is what you can do. You can also do it on both sides. It doesn't really, it's just whatever works. So I'm thinking maybe she just raises one eyebrow because she's like, if she's doing a Mr. Spock here. Mouth, same thing. So it's left click and drag and just give her that little smile here. And once again, it would be tricky to do this with 3D if the figure isn't rigged. You know, if something's easier to do in 3D, by all means, let's go do it. But if it isn't, then, you know, let's go and make that happen. And here the eyes, often if you give characters slightly enlarged eyes, they just emphasize a little bit. So 3 little clicks on either eye here. Or also change the eye shape. You know, you can make it. You can maybe make the eye slant a little bit, and then it adds to the expression that she has there. So you can give her larger lips, or you know, do all kinds of things. And I think the key to this is really subtlety. I remember in an early version of Photoshop, a friend of mine showing me this, and I was thinking doesn't that look grotesque, what you can do with like really broad brush strokes? But of course the key to success is indeed subtlety. So if we compare this version with that version, completely different, but it's only just these few brush strokes there. Very exciting, isn't it? Super exciting. Mr. Jeremy, top of the evening. Very good to see you. Gift from Adobe, yes, and everyone's copying it. So Clip Studio Paint have just introduced it as part of the blend tool. They just bolted it on there, and they have it works extremely well. So it works like a brush in Clip Studio Paint. You basically just pick it as if it was a brush, and you just keep drawing with it in your picture as you do things, and then you switch back to the regular brush, use a blur brush, and you use a liquify brush again. It's very nice. So loving this, absolutely loving this.